Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to the Wrestle WreMarks. As always, I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm Pat.
This week, we'll be kicking off the news wire because we've got Chelsea Green's ankle update, which took a turn, unfortunately. Bianca already back in that early morning rehab grind. And Saraya talking like she wants to get back to the NXT Paige ring shape.
Ooh, and Booker T caught a stray. Ronda Rousey makes a wild fight happen. Finley's a free agent, and AJ freaking Styles is getting a tribute. That got everybody asking questions.
Then we gotta go full speed into this week's run as we get into SmackDown from Dallas with Chamber Chaos, Raw in Memphis with the Masked Man putting Logan Paul in the highlight reel, and NXT setting Vengeance Day on fire. Hendry versus Saints is official, and this week is loaded.
Let's go. If you're here for the wrestling drama, violence, and vibes, you're in the right place.
Let's get into it. Now let's start with Chelsea Green.
Let's go.
Because the update is something I would assume nobody wanted. At least I didn't want it. Word is her ankle is in fact broken. They were optimistic before, saying it wasn't broken. After further evaluation, she does have a broken ankle. And as of now, there's no timetable on her return. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Bro, Chelsea was already turning that whole thing into content. Wheelchair Chelsea was about to go plat.
Wasn't she, though, with that whole confrontation she had with Tiffany, all that? Like, I wonder if they're going to keep her in at some capacity, something like a Stone Cold where
the neck brace
still coming out and still causing stuff, you know? Yes. I hope it does happen, and of course she's not cleared, so hopefully they could keep her in that story. But as we get into the in-ring shit, or the in-ring tip with her, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how long it takes to come back from a broken ankle.
I've broken an ankle before. It's like 3-4 months maybe.
Yeah, but talking about like in the ring and like that's gonna take more wear.
Yeah, but at least like 6 to 8 months.
But speaking of recovery updates, we got an update from Bianca Belair. She posted that she's already back at it with rehab, hitting the early morning grind right after surgery.
Let's go. That's the most Bianca thing ever, you know. Surgery yesterday, rehab at Sunshine, because she's an EST, and you can't.
So she's
WrestleMania without EST.
They were saying that she was going to be there at some capacity. I would imagine she's just going to be there to maybe host, maybe help with something, or be in the back and have some sort of thing that's going to end up being something later, because I don't know how long it's going to take her to recover. It's been a year and it didn't heal properly.
Oh, wow.
Her finger didn't heal properly, and she had to end up getting surgery. So she got the surgery and now she's doing rehab. Hopefully that return window isn't that long.
Yes.
But of course she's already taking it one step at a time.
But wait, there's more.
And since we're talking about returns, we'll talk about Saraya, because she's looking to have a busy year. She says she's been training since January and referenced getting back into NXT, getting back to that NXT Paige level.
Yeah, that line right there is going to set the internet on fire. NXT Paige is very, very, very memorable. Everybody loves her, dude. And then I look at her and AJ can run it back.
Yeah, and you would imagine that
and the Bellas can run it back.
You would imagine that AJ would like to run it back as well.
Yeah. She already done stated her claim that she wants to fight everybody, though. So,
but of course, there's no promise on where she's going. But of course, this was also a loud little tease to kind of just throw her name out there and possibly garner some attention from some company. We'll have to wait and see what comes of that. And this one kind of jumped off the page. Ronda Rousey revealed that she reached out to Dana White. She talked about making Gina Carano fight happen, under the UFC umbrella. And basically it just didn't come together for her in UFC.
That's a massive what could have been what if moment, but I don't think anything's gonna happen with that. But Ronda Rousey doesn't quit. She pitched to MVP and they took her offer.
Right. It didn't work out through UFC, but the world will be watching on May 16th on Netflix. Thanks to Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions, this fight will happen. Now, you knew we weren't going to get away with not bringing this one up. Booker T. After being hit with the worst announcer label in the Wrestling Observer Awards, Vic Joseph probably had the best response on NXT this week. He said, "Here I am alongside my award-winning broadcast partner, Booker T, two-time WWE Hall of Famer as well."
The disrespect. I mean, Book on commentary is Book. You either love the chaos or you don't. Oh, yeah, man.
And we love it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, man. That's true.
I get that he could be obnoxious at times. I understand that. But I wouldn't call him the worst commentator. He's color. He's not there to really. God, I hate you.
I know. He's great. He's great. He's great.
He's on color commentary.
I know.
So, you know, he's not going to go play by play. Anyway, let's get away from that, Pat.
Sorry.
But the debate will never end because Booker T, for us, is vibes.
Black Snow.
He's nothing but vibes, emotion, and sometimes it just sounds like he's yelling at his TV back in 2003. Or sometimes it sounds like he's Booker T from TNA.
Black Snow.
Commentating on his own.
While stomping on people. I love it.
Oh, Booker T, what the stop?
That's what it reminds me of. Every time I hear him on commentary, I just think about that.
Oh man, that was great. I need to go back and watch that again.
Sure do.
Switching lanes though, David Finlay is officially a free agent now. Report is his contract has ended, and yes, WWE is interested, and it's being talked about while New Japan tries to re-sign him. And you gotta imagine AEW's hats in there too.
AEW's hats in everything.
Man, they've been signing up talent left and right, so you never know.
Ooh, piece of candy. It's a real chess piece, man. Now Finlay can slide into a lot of places and instantly feel important.
Exactly, and if that door opens, we're talking about a dude that can show up anywhere. So immediately he can be positioned as a threat anywhere.
Yes.
Be it AEW or WWE, or if he even decides to go to the smaller promotions like MLW or TNA.
And if that's hopefully they just don't do him like they did Josh Alexander.
Oh, let's not get into that. I don't want to bash anything. I didn't start watching AEW. I'll watch bits and pieces, but yesterday was the first one that I actually watched the whole episode through in a while. But I don't want to sit here being down another promotion. Yes. But since I just brought up MLW, a quick shout out to MLW. They're going back to Philadelphia with a 2-night run in the 2300 Arena. June 12th and June 13th. Tickets go on sale Friday, February 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern at MLW2300.com.
Yes, sir. 2300 Arena is one of those buildings where the walls got memories of the paint and the floor could talk to you at wood. That place is just historic.
Yeah, Philly crowds don't play either, so they'll be making some noise. Both nights serve as major tapings for MLW Fusion and one of their major events in Summer of Beast as they continue their partnership with Don Gato Tequila and Danny McBride. Also, this is, I believe, going to be their first time there since COVID, if I'm not mistaken. Also,
first time ballroom.
And it is also the place they had their first show.
Oh, that's dope.
24 years ago, 2002.
Congratulations, MLW.
So celebrating an anniversary and celebrating a good showing because they're starting to garner more attention with Cross as champion. Shotzi's there. Bishop Dryer's there, otherwise known as Baron Corbin. Riddle's there.
Who?
Bruh. But if you're in Philadelphia for one of those nights, I would suggest you go and check it out. MLW is a great promotion, and they've been putting on really good shows for quite some time. They're still running Contra, but it's not the same without Jacob, so.
Fatu.
Moving forward, now let's get to some WWE news as they made an announcement. A tribute to AJ Styles will run next week in Atlanta for Raw.
Yes, sir.
The full-on career celebration is going to go down, and it's got people wondering what this means for his future.
Tribute episodes always feel like, are we getting a moment, a swerve, or a goodbye as he putting on the pink salmon jacket like Mark Henry?
That's what I do!
Yeah, or is it going to punch Cody in the face again? What's going to happen?
Man, it kind of seems like it might be a swerve to me. Just from the outside looking in, of course, but I could see where they could play this into him helping Balor in the long run.
Maybe we'll
beat Punk.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see this going into something big, but we'll have to wait and see. They haven't verified his contract status just yet, so we don't know if he signed another contract or if he will be signing another contract. But as that all remains to be seen. And speaking of high-flying legends such as AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam says he's feeling good. After breaking both his heels almost a year ago, he's training and considering wrestling more in 2026. Van Dam said he's already getting a lot of booking requests.
Already in 2026 is still cooler than most people in their prime.
You got that right. Now, the last time Rob graced a ring was last year in April for MLW's Battle Riot. He was on the top rope and Riddle shoved him off, and somehow that sparked the chain of events that broke his heel. Both of them, nonetheless.
Not one. Two.
And this man uses those feet like crazy, so
the feet is educated.
And over in AEW, excuse me, the Inspiration are officially in. After showing up at AEW House Rules in Australia, both confirmed they're locked in with the company.
That's a legit ad. Tag division needs depth, and they got plenty personality. They got personality for days. Exactly. And don't forget that they're iconic.
They'll for sure be an instant hit, and I feel like they'll be featured prominently. There's no way not to, especially with the tag women's division. Let's start ramping that thing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, a real life heavy story here. Cain Velasquez has been released on parole.
Yeah, that's not one you joke around with. The whole situation has been intense.
Yeah, 100%. It's a major update. Velasquez pled no contest after chasing a man accused of molesting his son at a daycare. Cain ultimately busted shots off, missing the man, but hitting the guy's stepfather back in 2022. Now, he's finally out, and it looks like he's into breathing therapy because he posted, and he's going to have seminars, breathing seminars, and meet and greets and stuff like that. I'm sure he has to make up some of that bread that he lost going in.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for the man's father. That's probably about all I would leave it at there. And on the AEW side again, Chris Jericho is reportedly still firmly under AEW contract, and the belief is the deal was frozen when he took time off in 2025.
Frozen? What you mean frozen? Like, his contract is in the cryogenic chamber? Like, Like he's Mr. Freeze now.
He's Mr. Freeze.
You know, like he's playing freeze tag.
Like he was Fry in Futurama and fell in it.
Wait, stop. Have a top. Like that type of Frozen?
Are we talking about Fallout Frozen?
Oh.
But seriously though, the key takeaway is he's still under contract, and I would guess that would take away from the rumors of what's in the box.
Oh, God bless you.
Which we'll get into on Raw.
I got one more.
What?
Frozen like Austin Powers and Dr. Evil.
Man, he's gonna lose his libido.
He gotta get his mojo back, bro. Being in AEW all them years.
Oh man. So that's the newswire. Injuries, returns, contracts, Philly shows, tributes, all in one breath.
Wrestling never takes a day off, man. It never lets you breathe. Ain't that the truth?
That's right. And that's the news. Now we catch you up on what happened this week in WWE TV land. All right, let's roll into SmackDown from Dallas. And this show had chamber stakes, title action, and a main event that got completely hijacked.
Did it though? Did really? Dallas was hot from the first segment. This felt like WWE said no breathing room tonight. Suffocate them all.
I mean, the whole roster has been no breathing room recently.
Everybody's been on.
I just realized, like, there's so many people being featured.
Awesome.
All these shows.
Awesome.
And it's like, man, you have so little time to feature all these people and you're still making that effort, which is good.
Which is good because of half the time they weren't doing that. But
yeah,
doing it now, it's awesome.
And we started the night with Tiffany Stratton talking like she already won the chamber. She's saying that the Women's Championship misses her. Nia Jax and Lash Legend interrupt with their, heelish vibes, and the energy just spikes in the room. Then, of course, you can't have no fun without Rhea Ripley there.
Mommy's back.
She steps in. She makes it clear that she's not there for any talk.
The second Rhea arrives, that's when business starts to pick up.
That leads right into Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defending their women's tag titles against Nia and Lash. It breaks down into a brawl and ends in a double count out. So Ripley and Io keep the titles, but post-match is the headline as Io goes through a table and Lash puts the cherry on top, spearing Ripley through the barricade.
That didn't feel like a non-finish. That feels like a continuation. This is going to get bigger from here.
Yeah, it is. And backstage after that, we saw Cody. He seems a little calm and focused. He drops the little line, never bet against Rhodes in Dallas, Texas, which hits hard for Texans who know the lineage of the Rhodes.
Exactly. That line hits different in that building. I mean, in Texas in general, boy.
Tension stacks up fast, and we see Carmelo Hayes and Miz stirring things up. Solo's crew gets involved, so Nick Aldis brings order to everything and books a Texas-sized 10-man tag on the spot. MFTs get the win with Tonga hitting the cutthroat for the pin. Of course, this wasn't clean.
Of course, that's never clean with the MFTs. Aldis wasn't taking no shh. You know what I'm saying? Because, Big Boy Magnus got it like that. He said, 10 of you, ring now. And everyone fell in line.
And after the match, the Wyatt Six appear in the crowd, so they're hovering over everything like it's a little warning to the MFTs.
That was the creepiest shot in the best way. Yeah.
It was just like, oh yeah, thought we was done. Nah.
I need me lamp back.
Quick hits backstage. Charlotte Flair apologizes to Alexa Bliss. She asks her to be her Galentine, equipped with gifts and all.
But they're not friends. Charlotte getting Alexa feeling like a peace offering. Like, we're good, right? No curses.
And then Kit Wilson shows up with his little poetry notebook. And R-Truth answers with bars and completely roasts Kit.
Yeah, me and my wife, me and Olga Like Chris said, we were cracking up, bro. Bars though. Heck yeah. And of course, you know, Truth treating it like a talent show killed me. He was way too confident for a poetry battle in the GM's office.
And the next thing we saw, I would imagine that also leads, before we get further, that also leads to something with Truth and Kit. Or even Kit and
Oba.
Priest, because Priest was there.
Yeah. Oh, he cracked immediately.
As
soon as
Priest always cracked.
But dude, Truth is hilarious.
Oh, I know. I would crack every time.
I just look at him and start cracking up, bro.
Next up, we had the elimination qualifier for the women's, as Alexa Bliss took on Julia and Zelina Vega. Big moments. It was fast paced, and at the finish, Bliss catches Vega with the sister Abigail DDT.
That's classic Alexa. One opening, lights out. She doesn't need to dominate. She just takes it.
Yeah, all it takes is one mistake.
Yep.
And she takes it. Now, we get on to Chelsea Green. She rolls out in her wheelchair, blaming Tiffany and demanding an apology. Stratton fires off with the savage line, "Stand up to ask." Oh, wait. Then Sammy tries to reset the vibe, talking to Rey Fenix, before Phoenix faces Trick Williams.
Tiffany was ruthless for that one-liner, and Sammy sounds like he needed this night to turn around.
Yeah, Trick comes out, laying down another classic verbal beating about Sammy. Then Trick versus Rey Fenix happens, and Trick wins with a trick shot.
It's Trick. That win matters because Phoenix is not an easy out. Tricky. Watch your mouth from Gold Folks talking. Doesn't only talk big, you know, he backs it up.
That he does.
With them lemon pepper steppers.
And next up, the Women's Championship match with Jade Cargill versus Jordynne Grace. And, of course, Liv Morgan had to be there scouting with the Sucio, Dominic Mysterio. Sucios, right? Is that what they say?
The king of the luchadors.
Pure power match. Cargill retains with Jaded, then makes it clear she'll handle Liv if Liv chooses her for WrestleMania.
Jade and Jordan look like two tanks colliding like Kratos and Thor in Ragnarok.
Man, I really thought at moments that Jordan was gonna win it. They put on a good match to make me be at the edge of my seat and really rooting for Jordynne Grace.
Oh yeah.
Then it was main event time. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn for a chamber spot. But Drew McIntyre, as he likes to do, injects himself into everything. He claymores Fatu, powerbombs him through the announce table. Then Drew claymores Cody. He tries to gift Sammy the win, but Cody kicks out.
Yeah, Drew trying to go for the easier option was perfect heel energy. No, not getting his way and overcoming that dastardly heel antics he was trying to pull off makes for good story progression.
The kick out, of course, pisses Drew off, and he rushes to the ring, starts wailing on Sami Zayn. Or not on Zayn, wailing on Cody Rhodes, and Zayn wasn't with it, so he hits him with the haluva kick. Cody takes advantage and hits Crossroads for the win. Cody advances while Drew leaves a path of destruction.
McIntyre gave Rhodes to Zayn and this on a silver platter, but Sammy couldn't take it, and it cost him. Cody didn't hesitate. He saw an opening and he took it.
And that's what Sammy should have done, but you know, he wants to do the honorable thing.
You know, hey, we might just be getting closer to that Cody Rhodes heel turn.
Maybe.
Next time I see Sami Zayn, I'm going to have to buy that.
If he goes heel, they have to bring out Brandy. There's no... Come on, that's perfect heel energy. And Brandy could...
Where's your sexy ass wife? Who said that?
I forgot about that.
I love that.
Alright, let's hit down the Raw recap. It's Monday Night Raw from Memphis, and This one was about chamber spots as well, Judgment Day drama, and a main event that got flipped upside down.
Memphis was loud, and the show matched their energy. This episode felt like a road to the chamber hit the gas.
The show starts with the Vision cutting off the Usos' entrance, trying to hijack Raw, and the Masked Man, or after the whole Masked Man chaos that happened last week, and they're demanding to know who it is. Heyman grabs the mic, Logan Paul runs his mouth, Austin Theory blames the Masked Man, and Adam Pearce tries to restore order, but Heyman demands Bronson Reed be put in the chamber.
Pearce basically said, "You want favors, earn it. Reed will have to qualify this coming Monday." It seemed like, I like how they were giving everybody a chance to talk, but of course, they all had to shut up once LA Knight hit the scene. It was over. Talking time was done.
LA Knight lights everybody up. Goes for a fight, and Pearce books it immediately. LA Knight and the Usos versus the Vision in a 6-man tag.
Chris loves 6-man tag matches, by the way.
The match gets wild, big spots, bodies everywhere. The Vision comes out with the win. Of course, not cleanly. Bronson Reed flattens Jimmy with the tsunami after saving Paul from the pin, because Logan Paul looked like he was about to take the pin there. But the real headliner was after the match, when Logan Paul went to jaw-jacking at the announce desk and got a curb stomp right onto the desk.
That's the second week the Masked Man left somebody laid out. Whoever it is, Grayson Waller, they're making some big enemies.
Yeah, they are. And backstage later, Pearce finds a massive crate marked "Do not open until..." Well, it doesn't say Elimination Chamber. It was the date of the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
Which will be next Saturday. Yeah, he tells the delivery guy to get it out. AP even says Nick Aldis could handle it on SmackDown. Then Los Americanos show up upset about the qualifiers, and El Grande Americano demands something in return for the original Americano taking his chamber qualifiers.
¿Qué te pasa, güey? No me chingues, güey.
Pearce says he can earn an opportunity later.
Yes. Pearce saying let Aldis handle it is hilarious. Passing the stress to SmackDown. I'm just going through it. I told you, he's going to end up snapping one day.
AP and Aldis against each other. Oh, man.
They're going to snap on the roster first?
Dude, if they do end up doing the whole brand versus brand thing for SummerSlam at another time, because they haven't done that in a while. If they do end up doing that one of these days, Pearce and Aldis being the head of their teams would be great. I would love to see that. I don't know if AP's still in ring shape, but I know damn sure Aldis is still in ring shape.
He is waiting for that. He was waiting for it.
Next up, we had the Women's Chamber Qualifier triple threat with Bayley, Asuka, and Natty. The finish, Asuka locks in the Asuka lock, and Bayley taps, which is perfect if you want to keep on protecting Natty.
Yeah. Asuka in the chamber is always dangerous. That's a nightmare draw. And that Maxine getting her leg back on Natty tells us this feud is just getting started, which that's why I didn't have a problem with her losing.
Yeah, they still have some unfinished business there. And I'm sure Natty will be back in that title picture soon enough. So I'm not too worried about it. But like you said, this one was kind of sloppy.
Yeah, this was...
I understand that you want to give everybody their spots, but
it really looked like it didn't even look like a whole spot issue. It looked like they just forgot what was supposed to
happen. Kind of miscommunication.
Yeah, it was just dead for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
But now we have Asuka qualifying for the Elimination Chamber, which she'll be a threat throughout that whole chamber. I wonder who's going to start first this year. I wish they would do something for that, like you can pick like Raw, or Royal Rumble or whatever, and you can pick a number. That'd be cool. But next up, Pearce pitches Obafemi to Raw, saying that the flagship needs the ruler.
The ruler.
Oba turns around and ends up standing off with Rusev of all people.
That storyline was pure. 2 trains on the same track. If that becomes a match, we got a big meaty man slapping meat type of match. You know what I'm saying? I know how much everybody, all you Wrestle WreMarks like
Big
that.
meaty slap off.
Hey, if Oba ever goes to AAA, they need to call him Oba Feederman, bro. Because bro is Feederman.
Oh man. Next up, Liv Morgan had a sit-down interview, and she was not rushing her WrestleMania decision. She's enjoying every minute of it. She says she's enjoying everybody scrambling. Then Stephanie Vecchia steps in and calls Liv out hard.
Yeah,
she says she's sacrificed across the world to get here, while Liv Morgan was handed everything by WWE, and she doesn't know what hard work truly is.
Yeah, Vecchia basically said, you don't know sacrifice, let me educate you. And Dom tries to defend his little Juanita's honor, but I mean, she let her have it. She told her, you know, I've been all over the world. I you know, they didn't even have wrestling in my country, bro.
Yeah, because Liv was talking about she's been grinding for 10 years and she finally is there, and that's what prompted Stephanie to step up, who's been grinding for years herself, but took a harder path than Liv Morgan.
Really did.
Because Liv has been under that WWE umbrella for those 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
CM Punk hits the ring and says Pierce thinks he's jeopardizing the WrestleMania main event. Punk says fans deserve a fighting champ, and Balor earned his chamber shot. Punk says Balor ruined his last chance to share the ring with AJ Styles. Finn comes out with Dirty Dom, and we see somebody we haven't seen in a minute.
Lord Farquaad.
JD McDonough makes his return and stands right next to him. Finn says by definition he is the best in the world, promising that he will beat Punk in the chamber, because he said the best in the world has been to Japan, the best in the world has done this all around the world.
Mexico.
Yeah, he listed off everything that he has done, and he said, so really the best in the world is me.
Yeah, Punk calls Judgment Day an anchor around Finn's neck. Balor's trying to prove he's still that guy, and Punk is daring him to do it alone.
Yeah, and then Byron interviews Rhea Ripley after that, and Io Sky. They say the heat is up and it's time to handle business.
Then the Kabuki Warriors show up. Kairi says chamber is over because Asuka's in it. The ever so intense Asuka is a loose cannon, especially when Saint talks out of turn. She makes Kairi cry as Io tries to console her, but Kairi!
And she's back. Yeah. She sells that so well, man. Yeah. I love the whole
It's great. It's the ball.
Oh, so good. Next up, we have Penta versus El Grande Americano for an Intercontinental title contendership. Penta wins with the springboard Mexican Destroyer after the distraction from the so-called original Americano.
Whoever that is.
Afterwards, the original tries ripping the mask, but Los Americanos make the save.
Penta winning keeps the IC title scene spicy. Not just because he's Mexican or he likes hot food. And the original El Grande Americano mask versus mask is sure gonna go down. And I think El Grande Americano likes more spicy food than the original El Grande Americano. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. And I'm kind of mad that the US doesn't get those promo packages that none of the promos, but we got a promo with El Grande Americano. And the OG. I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no guy.
And he said, thank you. Thank you. And then after that he said gracias.
It's so good.
Oh man. Next up we see AJ Lee saying she's back to prove that she can still go. Lee wants Becky in Chicago. Then at WrestleMania as champion.
Becky fires back. Vicious calls it AJ's retirement match. Says AJ's gift was leaving.
Yeah, Becky went nuclear, didn't she?
Yeah, she sure did. Saying she's been making history while AJ's been making comic books, and that I don't fight in Memphis line was a power move, which is disrespectful because I would definitely fight in Memphis because I know my boy Jerry the King Lawler is watching.
But of course, you know she has to keep up with the heel antics, and AJ's trying to get her to have a match that night.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is always the move.
Yes.
And that crowd ate it up.
She gonna light Becky up for sure. That's all I know.
You think so? You think she's gonna win a chamber?
No. I think it's gonna be some BS, and then they fight at me.
At Mania, yeah. That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Pierce runs into the Vision outside of his office after that. Theory blames Pierce for the Masked Man's attack. Heyman demands Pierce do something, and Bronson says he solves problems. He's going to take out the Masked Man and win the chamber.
Bronson, the ever reliable bouncer of the Vision, but you never know when the Masked Man will show up. But I'm sure it's gonna look like Bronson's just gonna dominate, and he's just gonna get taken out by the Mask
at the chamber,
or they reveal
on the outside.
They reveal it at the chamber, maybe.
The main event saw Gunther versus Javon Evans versus Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. This one was physical. Dom played his games. Finish is chaos. Dragon Lee clocks Gunther with the ring bell, getting his leg back.
Yes.
Dom hits the 619, goes for the frog splash. Evans dodges, and then boom, Evans hits a OG cutter for the win.
Yeah, a Lee popping up Gunther like that changed everything instantly. And Javon stealing the moment with the OG cutter. That's a career night right there.
It's gonna be a cutter fest, huh?
It's gonna be a bouncy chamber.
Yeah.
Cutters everywhere. Cody cutter.
OG
cutters.
RKOs.
OG cutter.
Cutter.
Yeah, a lot of cutters.
They should do a spot where they all do their cutters on one person.
Bronson Reed. Perfect.
Oh yeah, when he's doing the tsunami.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be crazy work, bro.
Dude, he should do the tsunami off the pod and get
on the other side.
Oh, bro. Oh, that's scary. I don't know if I would go for Javon doing it off the cage.
No, he's bouncy. He can do it.
Wait for something to happen. But all right, let's wrap it up as we get into NXT. And this episode was loaded. Women's tension exploding, tag division chaos, speed tournament drama, speed. And a big North American title main event.
You said loaded. This episode was loaded. When isn't NXT loaded?
Fully loaded.
Always.
Saturday night, bruh.
Shotgun matter.
Shotgun Saturday night.
Heck yeah.
I used to love that.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, let's go back.
NXT felt like 5 different fires burning at the same time and no firemen in sight. And somehow they still found time to add all of that in.
Yeah, they did. We opened with Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice, and it turns into a nasty fight around Vice's injured hand. Kalani targets that hand, but Vice fights through. Unfortunately for her, in the end, Kalani forces the tap with a modified short arm scissors, and Kalani looked pretty good.
Yeah, she did. Kalani didn't just win, she strategized tonight. And Lola's toughness is real, but that hand was a liability from the jump. You know, not everybody can, be like Kobe and play with the broken finger.
Yeah, we've seen that. The EST is gone.
Oh, dang.
And we need her back.
Yeah, we do.
Then Tony D'Angelo cuts a promo. Straight out calls Dark State focusing on Cutler before targeting Dion Lennox, who is said leader.
Yeah, said leader. He says he doesn't care who they are and promises he's taking back what they took from him. Tony D talks like a guy who's already decided the ending. Gabagool.
Watching backstage, Darkseid says Tony D'Angelo isn't taking anything from them, promising to make him regret ever coming back.
Forget about it.
Then, instant chaos right outside the door. Joe Hendry attacks Ricky Saints in the parking lot for some payback.
Parking lot attacks at NXT always hit different. Hendry ain't playing anymore, and that target on his back is growing and growing. It's going to continue to grow.
Then next up we had Shiloh Hill, who's in a match. He says he's already studied Ethan Page, and he's determined to be the next North American champion. Hendry ends up coming out after that, calling out Ricky Saints, saying he's not in the singing mood, he's just in a kick your ass all around the arena mood. Saints fires back, calls Joe Hendry a marketing mean champion, and NXT deserves better.
Hendry claps back. He's a champion that makes him the best, and they make it official. March 7th at Vengeance Day, Joe Hendry versus Ricky Saints for the NXT Championship.
Saints calling him a meme champion was gold, I'll give him that, but Hendry didn't flinch. He doubled down and made it feel like Saints signed his own death warrant.
Sure did, because he ain't gonna see him coming.
Much more serious Joe Hendry than I'm used to seeing in TNA, and I like it.
And I was gonna reiterate what you were talking about Ethan Page with Miles Bourne. He had came out and stomped his leg.
Yeah, we get into that at the end.
Oh dang, I done spoiled it. It's okay.
Tony D'Angelo takes on Cutler James after that and wins with the forget about it. Then Dion Lennox jumps Tony from behind. Tony fights them off and nearly crushes Lennox's leg with the steps, but Cutler saves Dion just in time. Yes. But that bump onto the steps looked pretty ugly for Dion Lennox.
Yeah, they look bad.
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought he was gonna body slam him onto.
Yeah, me too. I didn't understand why that.
I was like, that seems like it's way more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, but we get into that number one contender tag 4-way after that with Hank and Tank versus OTM versus the Culling versus 90210 Project.
Heck yeah,
the Vanity Project. It was an absolute demolition derby. In the end, the Vanity Project end up stealing it. Smoke shoves Baylor into Spears for the pin as they go on to go after Dark State, which I wouldn't assume they would get too far with Dark State.
Yeah, no. But that match was absolutely chaos in the best way, and the Boy Meets World Project winning feels like the sneaky villains move. They didn't survive, they just escaped, which is always awesome, and it fits their character.
Oh man, and you seen them talking in the back with Paige, and then Saints show up, right? They're such the perfect pairing, because they all have that like cocky, pompous persona, and it feeds off of each other very well.
They need to go to the main roster and hook up with The Miz, bro. That'd be great.
I don't know, man. The Miz gets his love still, even though he's a heel.
The Miz is a two-time Grand Slam champion.
And an A-lister, don't forget that. He also has massive, gargantuan, huge.
That's what they say, but I heard they're tiny.
Balls. Backstage, Zarya snaps on Sol Ruka finally. She says the friendship has been one-sided. She's tired of Sol stealing all the opportunities, and she's done. Then JC Jane cuts a promo about being overlooked, underappreciated, and underestimated, going on to prove everybody wrong. She claims next week Sol won't have Zarya by her side, nor will she have the NXT strap when it's all said and done.
Sol fires back, calls JC toxic, and obsessed with comparison. JC slaps Sol,
and Fatal Influence jumps her, of course. Then Zarya shows up, and people are wondering, is she gonna attack Sol? but she ends up clearing house.
That was an emotional whiplash breakup, then rescue, then hug. They keep teasing this turn, which is annoying me, but we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be the title match next week, so will that happen? Will the turn happen? I feel like that's the best time to do it, but...
Championship type match, yep.
Exactly. But, for now, they're kind of friends.
Tune in the next time.
I did like that line from Soul, because she said, you were toxic, but you turned fatal.
Gosh, I did like that.
That was clever. Good stuff.
That was good stuff.
Then we had our speed tournament finals with Ilio LaFleur versus Eli Knight.
Yeah.
This ends in a time limit draw.
Robert Stone makes it official next week. Jasper Troy defends the men's speed title in a triple threat against both with a 7-minute time limit. By the way, a 7-minute triple threat, that's basically no mistakes allowed.
For real, 7 minutes?
Yeah, y'all better.
Jeez. Next up, we had our main event with Ethan Page defending his North American title against Shiloh Hill. I was surprised to see Shiloh Hill already in this position. Ethan Page ends up retaining with help from Vanity Project. And afterward, Miles Bourne gets involved, setting up a match against Paige next week.
Bourne demanded that the match be... Sorry.
He demanded that match and tried to let Paige off.
Yeah, he tried to let him off easy. He says, give me the match.
He already set up the chair on his leg.
Yes.
He was ready, and Paige gave in.
Yeah, he was like, okay. And then, of course, you know that...
As soon as he tries to walk out...
What is this finisher called? Twisted. He had that twisted grin on his smile. And so Miles was like, all right, bro, you keep playing with me.
You want to do it, you scary...
Yeah, he said F it and crushed Paige's ankle with the chair stomp. It was just beautiful. That's what you get, Ethan Page.
Did you hear that ankle crack though? I know Miles didn't, but I did.
I had one, but dang.
Way to go, Miles Bourne. I'm glad to see him in a prominent role once again. JC Jane versus Sol Ruka is loaded in for next week for that NXT Women's Championship. Then, I think Miles and Paige was also set for next week right there as well. Then we got Dark State versus the Vanity Project for the tag titles. Jasper Troy defending his speed title against Ilio LaFleur and Eli Knight. Then we have Keanu Carver taking on Sean Legacy.
Dang.
So it's a huge stack card with a lot of title defenses. We've had a lot of title defenses recently, haven't we?
That's good. That's one of those don't blink cards. If you miss 10 minutes, you'll miss 3 storylines and turning.
Yeah, everything turning and just seeds planted throughout the whole thing.
Everywhere.
It's crazy how much title matches we've had recently. And
title changes.
That too, but the title matches, I don't care for the title changes too much because we got to kind of still keep it prestigious. But the fact that they're featured every week almost, it just brings more prestige to that.
It sure does.
It makes it seem more important.
It sure.
Rather than a title going off and not being defended. Looking at you, Roman. No.
He was a champion. Leave him alone.
Hey, but we gotta be real. He did barely defend the title when he was champ for like, what was it, 1,000-something days?
1,113 days.
But I mean, I don't care. I like the whole story they were putting out there. So I'm just joking around, of course.
You got something to say though. That little Easter egg with that Obafemi and Rusev stare down. Did you see what was under Rusev's jacket?
No, I didn't see it.
He had her Happy Rusev Day shirt on.
Oh, he did talk to Chris Van Vliet recently, and they talked about Rusev Day and all that, and how it just happened organically. Which, I mean, if you weren't there, you would. If you were there, you would know.
We're living on a rock.
If you were there, you knew that happened just organically because nobody said anything. It just started as a chant, and it went on. I don't even know what day it was. It was an actual like.
It was Rusev Day.
Well, yeah.
Today's Rusev Day, dog.
Every day is Rusev Day. Where's my man Matthew Rewalt? come back for just to announce him.
And then just once to end TNA.
Yeah, because I do like him on commentary. He's a pretty good commentator. Him and Tom Hennepin, the former Tom Phillips from WWE. But with that said, that is all we have for you today, folks. Also, before I let you go, I would like to apologize for not posting as much recently. Got a lot of stuff going on right now. You know, all my kids' birthdays are coming up. We had the pups. We have robotics that came up. So there's been a few days where I didn't post. I'm trying to post more often.
Life be lifing.
But yeah, a lot of things going on and just trying to keep up. We do have a request on a show. I can't remember the name of it. I have to go back and look at it, but we'll have to work those things out and see when we'll do it. It's on Tubi, so we'll be able to catch it, no problem. It's that Yeti looking dude, Harry something, I think. I'll have to look into it. I remember
Henderson's.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
And
Harry and the Hendersons, I think.
It's the episode where Hacksaw, I think, is part of it.
Oh, okay.
So it is kind of wrestling related, but I mean, shoot out your requests. We'll take any of them. We don't care.
I'll watch anything.
Also,
for y'all.
We do need to do a few streams. I was kind of thinking we'll tap into ECW and we'll play that dumpster match before the dumpster match comes out on 2K.
I'm down, but I was thinking about that too because I actually just rewatched our for no reason. I was just bored cleaning. So I rewatched that episode where we were streaming games. That was fun. We need to do that again.
Yeah, definitely need to do that again. I don't know if I should do it on the Dreamcast or emulate it or use the 64 because I have all those.
Dreamcast. Gamecast.
We'll do Dreamcast then.
Dreamcast.
We'll do Dreamcast.
You gotta have those original graphics. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, Dreamcast always had the better graphics for those kind of titles because that's when it was still PlayStation and 64.
Oh, okay.
So Dreamcast would release those games later and they would look a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Because Dreamcast was able to do, I think, 540p or
That's
something,
not bad.
which wasn't common at the time. But other than that, that is all we have for you today, folks. Make sure you stop by, like, share, and subscribe. Also, go to our Facebook page, Instagram page, hit that follow button. That way you don't miss anything. And with that said, I'm Chris.
And I'm Pat.
And this was your Wrestle WreMarks.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.